Okay, good morning, happy Saturday. We are going to be doing more core work today. And this time I've managed to design our workout so that we don't use our wrists and arms as much, which will be nice because I know some of us have issues with planking and stuff like that. So a lot of this is going to be down on the floor, but there's only going to be a little bit of planking towards the end. So let's get started with our warm-up.
يا جميل يا جميل يا جميل على حبك بالي جميل يا جميل يا جميل يا جميل على حبك بالي جميل وانا خايف قلبي يميل يا محير قلبي معاك يا مجرد الفكر وراك فرموشك سحرني يا سيدي ونادي غريب لغريب فرموشك سحرني يا سيدي ونادي غريب لغريب ويقول للحب نسيب وعيونك لما تسلم هتلاقي القلب يسلم وعيونك لما تسلم هتلاقي القلب يسلم وتميل أنا مين وتقول أنا يا جميل يا جميل يا جميل على حبك بالي جميل يا جميل يا جميل يا جميل على حبك بالي جميل وانا خايف قلبي يميل يا محير قلبي معاك يا مجرد الفكر وراك يا محير قلبي معاك يا مجرد الفكر وراك خايف لا هيل يا جميل يا جميل على حبك بالي بالي يا جميل يا جميل يا جميل على حبك بالي بالي وانا خايف قلبي يمين يا محير قلبي معاك يا مجرل في الجنبرة
يا محير قلبي معاك يا مكرر في الجنبرة
خايف لا اروح بهواك ملقاش اللي صبرني
All right, let me see if I can get my timer working here and we will get started. Okay. Excuse me, Missy. So we're going to start with some crunches down on the floor, but we're going to do it in our butterfly pose. So we want to press our big toes together, open the knees. Sorry, I should let you guys get set before I start my timer, huh? Okay. Yes, so we want to have the legs in butterfly pose, arms behind the head. And so we're just going to start with some crunches. And we want to make sure that we're keeping the low back pressed into the floor. So we want to make sure we're not rolling and creating that space underneath. We want to keep that pressed to the floor. And I will start the timer. Here we go. And crunch, 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 crunch. The cat is laying on my timer. So hopefully she will move in a moment. And we really want to make sure that we're using the abs and not the arms to pull forward. Small movements. Up and down. Inhaling as you relax, exhaling as you come up. If you want a little bit more of a workout here, you can lift the feet up off the floor, keeping that low back pressed down against the floor. Keep going. Good, almost done this one. Make sure you're trying to keep some space between your chair and your neck so you're not crunching your windpipe. Good, good, good. Let's bring the feet up. Hands in a pike position. And we're going to rotate from one side to the other side. Again, making sure that the small of the back is pressed to the floor. And let's pulse on one side, pulse, 2, 3, release, other side, 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 2, 3, release. Coming in between, press, arms back, legs open, press, arms back, legs open, press, 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 open. Good. Take a moment to breathe. I can't see my timer when you're sitting there, Kat. Okay. So same thing, we're going to press the toes together, butterfly position for the legs. And this time we're going to try to sit all the way up instead of just a crunch. So we're going to reach forward with the arms and up, back down, forward, up, back down, forward, up, back, 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 down, forward, up. Now from here, let's stay up, and we're going to come halfway down, lowering the arms and bringing them back up, halfway down, up, halfway down, up, 2 more, halfway down, up. Good. Now bringing the knees together, we're going to lean back halfway, twist to either side, touch the floor. Good. And for variation, we're going to go side, side, up and open, side, side, up and open, side, side, up and open. This is really going to work the hip flexors too, as well as the inner thigh muscles, things that we don't use a whole lot. Up and open, side, side, up and open. If this is too easy, which for me it is not, you can bring the legs up. But I'm going to keep my feet on the floor. Side, side, up and open, side, side, up and open, side, side, up and open, side, side, up and open. Good. Stretch it out for just a moment. Shake out those legs. Whew. I'm already feeling it, ladies. We're a third of the way through. All right, so we're going to come up, legs open slightly again. We're going to hold ourselves so that we're kind of in like a floating L. Arms down, open. So just holding ourselves here. Timer. Up, open, up, open, open, 4 more, up and open, up and open, 2, open, 1, open. Good, good, good. Oh, this cat is gonna mess me up. She keeps sitting on the keyboard that controls my timer. I have it running on like a big screen on my tablet. And she keeps hitting the space bar and pausing the timer. Not helpful. Okay, bringing the legs up. If you can bring your legs completely straight and completely 90 degrees, that's awesome. That is a challenge for me. So mine are not going to be as high. And we're just going to drop 1, bring it in, back up, Other side, drop, open, in, up. You can use your arms here to support you if you need to. In, up, up, in, out, in, up, in, up, in, out, in, up, in, out, in. Whew. Oh, we lost count of what I'm doing. Out, in, up. Good, good, good. Oh, okay. Next one, we're going to hands up, dropping one, bringing back up, dropping one, bringing back up, drop, back up, drop, back up, drop, back up, back up, drop, 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 back up. Okay, take a second to breathe, shake it out. I know my psoas muscles are on fire. My hip flexors are on fire. All right, so next we're gonna bring those legs up and we're going to zigzag, crisscross one over the other. Making sure we're breathing. We can bring them down here. If you need more of a challenge, bringing them down lower. If that's too much and it's pulling your back up, instead of being pressed to the floor, bring the legs further up. Nice. 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 And I'm sorry to keep going. I just realized I didn't have myself pinned, so I think this lovely recording will be mostly Stacy so far. Sorry about that, Stacy. Okay, let's try this again. All right, we're gonna come onto our sides. One arm extended in front of us, okay? The other arm up above our heads. We're going to lift, and we're gonna come touch toes to knee. Lift, out, lift, toes to knee, 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 lift, out. If you can do a side crunch while you're doing that, lift, toes to knee, lift, out, lift, toes to knee, lift, out, crunch, crunch, touch, crunch, release, crunch, elbow to knee, crunch, release, open, knee, open, and down. Good. Coming up on our elbow, we're going to bring this leg around to the side and we're going to press our hips up. Press, 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 press. Try to get the hip up as high as you can. Press, press. Neela is so sassy. All right, now if you can bring your elbow to that knee to create a little bit more crunch in the side, that's awesome. If not, just keep going. Here. So I'm lifting the hip just a little bit and crunching my elbow towards my knee. crunch. If it's too much to lift the hip, you can just bring the elbow over to the knee. And we want to make sure this arm may move with you, but we want to make sure that you're using those obliques to pull up and not the arm itself. The arm is just along for the ride. Now let's see if we can alternate. So crunch elbow to knee, lift the hip. Elbow to knee, lift the hip. Elbow to knee, lift the hip. One more. Elbow to knee, lift the hip. All right, now we're going to come into the side plank here, and we're just going to press that releve up while we hold the hip up in the air. Press. Releve. 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 Make sure you're keeping that core nice and tight. And let's come down to forward plank. Take a moment to stretch out and breathe if you need to. Whew. All right, so you want to keep wrists under shoulders. You want to make sure you're not pulling back or forward. We're going to extend, bring it to the opposite elbow. Extend, knee to elbow, 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 extend, knee to elbow. Good, give your arms a break. Child's pose for just a minute. And then we'll switch legs. Shake out your wrists if you need to. All right, opposite leg. Up in our plank, knee to elbow, extend, 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 knee to elbow, extend. Two more, knee to elbow, extend, excuse me, knee to elbow. Last one, extend, knee to elbow. Coming back to child's pose. Take a couple deep breaths here. Shake out your wrists if you need to. And we're gonna switch over to our other side. So extending that arm out in front of us. Go, timer, go. Okay. Whoops. Running out of leg room on that side. Arm up. Extend. Touch toe to knee. Extend. Touch toe to knee. Extend. Toe to knee. Extend. Toe to knee. Extend. Toe to knee. Extend. Toe to knee. Now if we can do those crunches. Extend. Open. Toe to knee. Open. Extend. Open. Toe to knee. Open. Up. Toe to knee. Up. Toe to knee. Up. Toe to knee. Up. Toe to knee. Good. Bringing that other leg in front. Press the hips up. Up. Make sure you're pressing into the shoulder, really engaging those muscles so we don't hurt our shoulders. Pressing up, back down, 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 and down, up and down, up and down. And coming into that crunch, up, lift, crunch. Remember to use the obliques and not the arm to get you up. And up, crunch, and up, crunch, and up, crunch, and up, crunch. Good. Oh my goodness. This is exhausting, you guys. Almost done this section. Crunch, crunch, and lift, crunch, and lift, crunch, and lift, crunch, and lift. Good. Now bringing my releve. Oh my goodness. This arm is weak sauce today, you guys. Lifting it up and then pressing into the toes, down to the heel, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. My poor shoulder. Up, down, up, down. Good. Whew. Okay. Let us take a moment. That is our fall core workout for today. So take a moment, breathe, shake it out, grab a quick drink of water. I'll put on some music while we're in intermission here. Meet back in 2 minutes and we'll start our dancing. Okay, so I didn't have anything specific in mind today for drills. Brain dead and exhausted, so yay. But one thing I would like to work on a little bit is releve, because I know we kind of touch on it a lot, but we don't ever spend a whole lot of time working on it, if that makes sense. So I want to start just with our nice posture, pelvis tucked, chest lifted, nice long arms, feet well grounded, so toes pointed forward, heels pressed into the floor. And we're just gonna start by just coming up onto releve. So we really want to try and get the heels up as high as we can. And we're just gonna roll up, press back down. Roll up, press back down, roll up, press back down, roll up, press back down. I'm gonna put on some music and we're just gonna do just that for a couple minutes. Then we're gonna work on our shimmy drills and we're gonna work on coming up onto releve while we shimmy and back down without losing our consistency. So let's put on a scarf here so you guys can actually see what my hips are doing. All right. So coming up on the toes, 6, 7, 8, and up. Good. One thing I should mention while we're drilling this, we really want to make sure when we're coming up on the toes, we're kind of pressing the knees together because we don't want to roll out over the little toes and roll those ankles out and potentially do some serious damage. So you want to make sure you're pulling the thighs and knees together so that we don't have any of this rolling out on the ankle stuff. And that's going to help strengthen both the foot muscles that we use to do this and also those ankle and the outer calf, inner thigh, all of the things that work together to keep us stable. So let's do that again and just make sure we're really pressing those knees together. Take a moment, stretch out your calves if you need to. Let me change playlists here. Nayla has lots of things to say to you guys this morning. She's being a sassy little rock star. I see you eyeballing me down there. All right, so working on our shimmies, starting flat-footed, coming up into releve, and transitioning back and forth without losing any of your consistency if possible. Good. How did that feel? So how was our balance?
I missed it a few times. I started to kind of go forward, but
It's
most of
okay.
the time it wasn't too bad.
Yeah, so a big part of the balance thing too is it takes a little bit of getting used to pushing the thighs together even when we're shimmying, because we're so used to trying to keep this loose. So kind of working with the inner thigh muscles and the outer calf muscles while still keeping the hips loose. The other thing too is when we lock our knees, we have a tendency to lose a lot of that stability. So really focusing on keeping the knees soft in that shimmy will help lots with the balance too. Yes. Okay. So next, releve drill. Yeah, we've got enough time. So we're going to start with our grapevine step. Back, front, back, out, front, out, other way, back, out, front, out, back, out, front, out. So we'll do one on releve, then we'll do one flat footed. Back, 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 back. Same thing the other way, flat feet. 6, 7, 8. And then the third time, so every other time is going to be flat footed. This time we're going to do singles on the down as we do our grapevine on releve. Back, 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 back. Other way. Are you making music for us? Yeah? She's like, you're supposed to be doing this with music, Mom. Let me provide that for you. So then just a normal flat footed in between to give us a break. Da, 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 da. Back up on releve, regular. Back the other way, flat. Singles on the down, releve, and then flat footed. So plain releve, flat foot, releve with singles on the down, flat foot, start again. Yeah, yeah? Okay.
Not wearing diamonds, no gold rings on my hand. Got no house with a private pool, don't drive Mercedes Benz. I'm not wearing Gucci, no Rolex, no Cartier. Can't kiss a girl on a private yacht in the Bay of Saint-Tropez. I'm not wearing diamonds, no gold rings on my hands. Got no house with a private pool, don't drive Mercedes Benz. I'm not wearing Gucci, no Rolex, no Cartier. Can't kiss a girl on a private yacht in the Bay of Saint-Tropez. Ay, 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 yeah. Ay, 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 yeah, yeah. Ay, 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 yeah, yeah. Ay, 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 yeah. Well, I tell you, a poor boy got the one thing on a rich man, my dear honey. He don't have to deal all day long with a lot of bloody money, lot of bloody money. And a rich guy always has to pretend, isn't it the kind of funny, funny? That he's got the world around his finger with his fucking bloody money, fucking bloody money. I'm not wearing diamonds, no gold rings on my hands. Got no house with a private pool, don't drive Mercedes Benz. I'm not wearing Gucci, no Rolex, no Cartier. Can't kiss a girl on a private yacht in the Bay of Saint-Tropez. Ay, 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 yeah. Ay, 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 yeah, yeah. Ay, 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 yeah, yeah. Ay, 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 yeah. Ay, 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 yeah, yeah. Ay, 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 yeah, yeah. Ay, 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 yeah, yeah. Ay, 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 yeah. Well, I tell you, poor boy got another thing on a rich man, my dear honey. You don't have to worry all day long about a lot of bloody money, bloody money. And I tell you, girl, if you really wanna be a rich man, it's pretty funny.
Good. Okay. Next drill. I'm starting to get sweaty, ladies. Let's see if I can tie my thing up. The 4 heaters in here are killing me. 4 heating vents in this tiny room. Baloney. Even with my fan going. Okay. Okay. That's better. Okay, so next we're going to work on variations of our basic Egyptian. So starting just normal, flat-footed, front and back, and front and together, front and back, and front and together, releve, front and back, and front and together, front and back, front and together with a shimmy, flat-footed, front and back, and front and together, front and back, and front, together, releve with a shimmy, and back, front, and together, front, and back, front, and together, flat foot, figure 8, 2, 3, and together, 1, and 2, 3, and together, releve, front, and back, front, together, front, and back, front, together. Start again. Flat-footed normal, just with a little bit of a hip pop. Lather, rinse, repeat. Any questions? All right. What else do we have here for music? Okay, good. So last drill. I want to put some of that together into like a little combination. Just, you know, because I like to make things complicated. So let's start with our shimmy. So shimmy flat, 2, 3, 4, releve, 2, 3, 4, flat, 3, 4, releve, 2, 3, 4. We're going to stay on releve here. We're going to come into our figure 8. 5, 6 together, and 1, 3, 4, 5, 6 together, and flat foot. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then let's do some singles on the down, not with grapevine mesh. So we'll just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, back to start. So we have shimmy 2, 3, 4, releve 2, 3, 4, down 2, 3, 4, releve 2, 3, 4, figure 8, 3, 4, 5, 6 together, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 together, and back and out, back and out, and 1, 2, 4, wherever you need to go with your singles on the down. We'll do 8 counts to get back to our starting point. Yeah? Let's see if we can remember all of that because my brain is already tired. Let's try it. Let's do some Gogol Bordello.
Start wearing purple, wearing purple. Start wearing purple for me now. All your sanity and wits, they will all vanish, I promise. It's just a matter of time. So yeah. Start wearing purple, wearing purple. Start wearing purple for me now. All your sanity and wits, they will all vanish, I promise. It's just a matter of time. I know you since you were at 20. I was 20 and thought that some years from now a purple little lady will be perfect for dirty old and useless clown. So yeah, start wearing purple, wearing purple. Start wearing purple for me now. All your sanity and wits, they will all vanish, I promise. It's just a matter of time. I know it all from Diogenes to the Foucault, from Ложечкин до паспорту. И я клянусь, обоссав 2 пальца, что ты, что музыка пошла от звука в мух. Start wearing purple, wearing purple. Na-da-da-da. Start wearing purple for me now. All your sanity and wits, they will all vanish, I promise. It's just a matter of time. So yeah, start wearing purple, wearing purple. Start wearing purple for me now. So why don't you start wearing purple? Why don't you start wearing purple?
Start wearing purple for me
All your vanity and wisdom will all vanish, I promise. It's just a matter of time. So Violetta, дама ты моя. Опа, ах, подадайте нам карету, вот эту, и мы поедем к ебеням. So yeah, I start wearing purple, wearing purple. Start wearing purple for me now. All your vanity and wits, they will all vanish, I promise. It's just a matter of time.
Yay! How are our tootsies? Are they hurting? A little bit. So let's do a little bit of foot stretching today too, with our cool down stretches. Let me find something nice and quiet. If I could remember what order the alphabet goes in, this would be a lot easier. There we go. Okay. So starting with the feet, we're going to press the toes down into the floor, press the knee down, really try to get a nice stretch to the top of the foot. Down the front of the leg. onto the toes. Forward. Good. Let's do our calf stretch. If you have a yoga block, you can use a yoga block. If you don't, you can just do your usual stretch back here. Getting the toes up. And pulling the knees and the feet down. Bending the knees, trying to keep the heels on the floor. And see if you can press a little deeper into that stretch. Press the hips forward. Coming back to front. Nice wide stance. We're just going to shift the hips side to side so we get a nice pulp down the inner thigh. And if you're not getting much of a stretch, you can come down lower. But this should pull on the hamstrings and the groin muscles, all of those inner thigh things that we used today to press the legs together. Deep breath. Coming forward, down into those hamstrings. Come down as far as you can while keeping your back flat. Tuck the toes in. Pulling in here, flat back. And let's bring the shoulders back and down. Release forward. Press those knees apart.
Well, heaven on my back, and the angels drag my throne only yesterday.
And belly up, arms up.
And only yesterday, I carved out your name. And only yesterday, I built you a shrine on the side of the road. And I shut my eyes and lay my hands to rest.
Pressing the knees back as far as you can. And back down.
decay, and I raised your voice from the stone with the song of the dead.
I want to do just 2 more stretches. If we can. So I want to stretch the psoas muscle and this front hip flexor since we used a lot of that today. If you have a strap, that's awesome. Mila. Strap is helpful if you have a chair or a bar or something else that you can prop your leg up on. That's fine too. Whatever works for you, barring that, if you can grab and pull. What you want to do though is really lean forward because you want the stretch to be here and not necessarily just in the quadricep. So I'm going to use my strap. I'm going to pull it over to the opposite shoulder and I'm going to lean forward and I'm going to push back on my knee until I feel that stretch here. The other thing you can do if you have something to put your foot up higher on, let's see, this is probably not very high, but lunging, that's also not very stable. If you have something that you can step up on and lunge and press the hips forward, you'll really feel it down the front of the straight leg, not the bent leg. Pressing the hips forward. Good, and let's switch. Again, there's multiple ways to get that stretch down the front of the straight leg. Working with whatever equipment you have or don't have. Pressing the hips forward. Good. And last but not least, let's come down to the floor. And let's just get our nice little hip and glute stretch. One knee over the other. And linking the arms behind the supporting leg, pulling towards yourself. Oh, it feels so nice. This is fast becoming one of my favorite stretches since I can't do pigeon pose with my gimpy knee. Good, switch. Nice deep stretch, breathing into it. Very nice, and do one little twist to each side. Stretch out that low back. Keeping the shoulders flat on the floor and turning your head the opposite direction from your knees to get optimum stretch. And the other side. And play with your leg placement a little bit here too. Sometimes extending the legs will give you a little bit deeper of a stretch. Sometimes moving the knees up or down will help deepen the stretch for you. Very nice. And let's come back to seated position and take one nice big deep breath in and out. We did it. And remember today, guys, stretch out those abs throughout the day if you can. Having something underneath your back, a pillow, a bolster, a foam roller, a block, And extending the arms back behind the head will help you get a deeper stretch of those abdominal muscles. Sometimes if it's really bad, I'll even like hang upside down off my bed and that helps. So working with your own abilities, just to make sure that our core doesn't seize up so much that it hurts to laugh like it did last time we did core. Well, thank you for joining me this morning, ladies. Have a wonderful weekend.
You too.
Deep breaths, lots of water, and we'll see you on Wednesday.
Okay, bye, good job.
Thanks.